Hi. So here I'll be just talking about a sketch of helium-3 system, which is very important for us. I will be showing also the real experimental setup. How does it look like? So basically, what we have here is IVC, where the wiring also goes. It's a pumping of main part where the sample sits. Charcoal sipper, 1K pot sipper, uh, um, uh, and a helium-3 line. So we'll go through it one by one. I'll just show how does it look like. So the line which is going like this is at sealed at room temperature, and this guy is sealed at, this is the main part, it's called IVC, and the rest part forms the OVC. This guy gives you the main vacuum. And this guy dips in the liquid helium part. You see that surrounding liquid helium. This is the wiring and also the pumping port. Also you have helium-3 storage tank here, which goes directly and touches air, which is something called helium-3 port. Other than that, you have 1K pot and sob also. This sob line also goes on the top, and 1K line also goes on the top for pumping. So the principle is very simple. If you pump over helium 4, you can go up to 1.5K, and if in one shot you can give 1K, and if you pump over helium 3, you can go up to 220 milli-K, something like that. But heat load, it goes 250, 300 milli-K. That's the thing. Now the helium 4, at these temperature, like around 1K, it becomes, vapor pressure becomes so low that you need a huge pump to do that. But in case of helium 3, the vapor pressure is high, you can still pump it and you can still go lower in temperature. So that is the difference. Now let's go to the principal part. So what we need to do is, here everything is done by, pumping is done by the charcoal soap, which looks like this. Now to cool it down, to cool this charcoal soap, there is a sipper line. Sipper line goes from here, which surrounds it, this dips in liquid helium, goes here, round, and goes on the top. Here you can control it, flow of the liquid helium. So that's why it is getting cold. Another one you are saying is here 1K pot. What is happening here is the sipper line goes here, connects to this guy, and goes to the 1K pot, and then you have a pumping line which is connected to a very small pumping line, and pumping over it decreases the temperature of this pot. So this is higher temperature, lower temperature, and so the liquid helium goes here and dips here. Now the liquefaction temperature of helium 3 is 1.8K. With pumping over helium 4, you can go to 1.5K. So what is happening is the helium 3, which is at room temperature, is hot. It's coming here because this is colder. This is even colder, and when it touches here, it becomes, and this line is just going through it. It's only the touch is there. So it and becomes liquid, and the helium 3 drips here. So it keeps on dripping. Also you have to important that while it's dripping, you have this guy is always hot, otherwise it will absorb helium 3. And so what is going to happen is, so it's called condensation process. During the condensation process, you heat this guy, so there is no helium 3, so everything goes here, and so you do it for 40 like I don't know, 40 degrees centigrade for 1 hour, 1.5. More you do, much is the better. It goes and drip, and you can control it here. So everything is been controlled here, everything is here. Now if you want to pump over it, you just remove the heat from here. By removing the heat, you just pump over it because it's becoming cold, so it is pumping here, and pumping over helium 3, you reduces the temperature to 200 milli-K. So this way this will run until all the helium 3 liquid is exhausted, which runs around, like now a commercial system like in Genesis runs like 100 hours or 90 hours, depends upon the load. And you will have a thermometer at this stage, that, and the same case you will have a heater here to make your life easy and control the temperature and so on. So that's all. Thank you.